guys.
Hey guys.
So we're back with another
one.
sit down video to discuss, some helpful things here for you today.
I would say probably one of our most asked questions.
Oh, but let's start it off with saying I'm Q, just for our new subbies.
I'm Jamilla.
And thank you for being here. You are officially a part of the family, and hey to all our cousins that's been rocking with us thus far.
We're going to have a barbecue for our cousins. If y'all get that reference, I will forever love you.
Oh, so
you don't know that reference?
asked if we were having a barbecue.
Cousins at a barbecue?
Mm-hmm. All right, so today we're discussing
how to get over a breakup.
We've all been through it. We've all struggled. So we're just going to give you guys some helpful tips. I know there's somebody out there that's watching this that really needs this right now.
So 5 stages of a breakup: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. So
accepting that it's over.
Accepting that it's done.
Done, dead.
So denial's like, oh, you want to break up with me? Oh, you're not breaking up with me. This isn't real. This isn't real. And sometimes some people live in denial for like a long time.
It's like denial part of the phase when you feel like, oh, we can work this out.
Yes.
Or is that bargaining?
Oh, so that's good. So I think denial's like, you're not really breaking up with me. Especially like in lesbian relationships when you can break up multiple times, like in a day. So denial's like, I'm not accepting this. I'm still showing up at your house uninvited.
I think that happens in every relationship.
Okay, anger is, I was your lover and your secretary working every day of the week.
Busting your windows.
Was that the time when no one else was there? Helping you get on your feet. I'm burning everything. I'm blocking you.
Busting the windows.
You can't reach me.
What else?
Okay, bargaining.
So I guess that's the phase more so when you're trying to figure out with the person, can we work this out? Is it really this bad? Or, does the bad outweigh the good, vice versa? So for me, that's what the bargaining phase is.
Like you're on the phone crying. I did everything for you. Can't just give me another chance. One more chance.
Left you hanging there.
Yeah, you did. Like you didn't even join in or anything. Okay, and then also depression.
That's a serious one because I think a lot of people suffer depression that they don't even know that they are going through depression. So, that's when you really got to rely on your support system and other resources like perhaps this video.
This is your I can't eat, I have no appetite. This is also the stage where all you want to do is talk about it. Like you've been talking about it with your friends, your family. You're just in a state where you can't move in because it's kind of finally sunk in a bit that you all will never be the same and that you will not have this person in your life. And I always talk about this, and I'll touch on it a little later, is we get stuck into a routine. Every time we call someone, you get off, you call them. Something good happens, you call them. Something bad happens, you call them. And then this is the stage where you realize you can no longer depend on that person anymore in that way. Last stage is acceptance.
That's when you accepted that it's done.
It's done, it's done. You're going to get a new hairstyle. Because we know when you, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, so for a lot of, I would say a lot of more feminine women, this is like the stage where we want to do something new. You're going to color your hair, you're going to cut it, you're going to do something new, you're going to go out with your friends. Like you've really accepted the situation and you're kind of ready just to move on.
And for me, the acceptance is like, maybe not so much doing the hair, but let's update some profile pics. Let's like clean up the social media. Let's let them know that I'm out here, I'm living, I'm good now.
So let's clean up the social media.
Like, put some updated pictures, show that you've been out, show that you've been hanging out with your friends.
Oh, I thought you meant like, what stage do you delete all the pictures from social media?
I guess that's probably either in your anger phase.
Yeah, in your anger, you're like, I'm deleting everything.
Right. So understanding like those 5 steps could kind of like help you level set of where you're at and what you need to go through and kind of help, start your process of getting over it. Because we all know breakups are tough. I know I've been in a couple of them that actually made me feel like, I couldn't live, like didn't want to eat like she mentioned. And then you just get to a point that you feel like the world is over. But we all know that we've gotten over those breakups that made us feel that way, and look at where we're at today. That's one thing to really remember, and it's hard when you're going through it, but like, you get over one breakup, you're gonna get over the next one. Period, point blank.
My worst breakup was Q.
Oh no, I figure that.
What do you mean you figured that?
I mean, you're married to me, so there was some strong ties there. So I know it was a tough breakup.
Yeah, it was a very, and I went through probably all stages, and it would feel like it's so funny because once you get to acceptance, it feels like the other party knows it.
Oh, that's when they try to come back.
That's when they try to come back.
Oh my God, that is so crazy. That's so true. Because as soon as you like over it, you're like, I'm good, I'm not calling this person, then here they come calling you.
Now for me, how I used to get over breakups, and not like long relationships, but like even situationships. Like I was the person who, I'm taking long baths, I'm listening to music, I have albums that even if I listen to it to this day, reminds me of a breakup. I'm like not eating, so I'm eating very minimal things. I'm watching movies, like I'm watching my Love Jones, I'm watching my Love and Basketball, my Poetic Justice. Like I had a whole like breakup situation, how to get over a breakup situation down pat. Like you got your ice cream ready, like that's the situation.
So you can eat through a breakup?
No, I'm not eating a lot, but it's really mostly like soup and ice cream, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm one of those type of people that I really can't eat. Like I remember one of the toughest breakups I was going through when it was to a point where I had to eat. I would have to call my best friend on the phone just to talk, to hear what's going on with her, just to kind of like get the attention away that I was actually eating. Weird, like super crazy. Like I had to talk to someone so that I can actually go through the process of eating, so that I can like deviate my attention over to what she had going on versus what I was dealing with internally. Breakups can really, really be tough on you, man. Mentally, physically, like all of that.
And you can't speed up the recovery process.
Right. You
can't, because if you get over to get under, is that what they say?
Get over to get under, meaning that you're either, that could mean a couple things, that you're just, say you got out of a relationship in a month and you're already rolling into the next one. Or some people have sex to get over the breakup, or what else will they do?
I mean, it's, you put feelers out. Like sometimes you'll start contacting your old exes, right, and seeing what they're up to. And what happens is, especially if you're in a situation where you're meeting a lot of people, or you're like in the lesbian world where you're having like multiple back-to-back situationships, you'll get to a point where your recovery and you're getting over multiple partners, because you're taking out one situation on another person in that situation. And it's because you're moving along fast and you're not being honest with yourself about the 5 stages of a breakup and the recovery process.
And for me, I was always that person that had to get under to get over. It was only one time that I actually took the time out to like be by myself and get over the breakup. Like it was a crazy phase that I had to go through, and it was different. It was like, it felt weird because all you're relying on is yourself. Like you're sitting there beating yourself up, dealing with the cries, not having anybody to call on outside of your friends when you want that intimacy. So that was hard, but it was one of the most refreshing stages. Like I said, that was the only time I ever did the be to yourself. Other than that, I'm there with all my people to get over, to get under, or start dating other people. I'm one of those people. But in this case, when I did that fresh break, it felt better. It was different coming out of it. I appreciated myself more, and I felt like I had a more sense of what I wanted in a relationship.
I agree, and I think you think that someone else is going to make you happy just to move that quickly, but really what's going to happen is you're talking to this other person and you're comparing them to every single situation before. You're comparing them to the person before, things that they say that you're like, oh, my ex wouldn't say that, my partner wouldn't say that, and then you're kind of taking it out on that person. And it's not fair. You honestly have to be open and honest with yourself about what were perhaps your faults in the situation, in the relationship, and you have to make sure you work on yourself so you don't bring that baggage into the next relationship.
All right, so I agree. So I think one of the biggest things with coming out of the stages or within your stages is find to yourself. Find time to figure out what you like to do, what makes you happy. Ultimately, if you have an idea of what your last relationship or your life partner is going to be, start focusing on that and preparing yourself for that person. So a lot of it, like, we're always looking for someone else that's going to meet the needs, but what are we doing to prep ourselves to meet that person's needs as well?
Totally.
So that's just something that you have to keep in mind. And then I also think that it is good to kind of distance yourself from that person. I think we all get, because like Jamilla said, routine. Yeah. So even though they're your ex, like, we all try to be friends, or let's get over this together, let's support
We're
each
not
other.
friends. You're not my friend.
So Jamilla's like a person that she could give you guys the perspective of cutting it off, but for me, I was the one that kind of tagged along my exes until I could get over them or get with someone else.
And I honestly think that's not fair, because both of you all miss each other. No matter who wanted to break up with who, you're gonna miss something about the other person. And typically the person that wants to be friends is the person that did the breaking up. And you are really just trying to kind of get over the person in a very slow way, like still have the best parts of them without having the obligation and the arguments, but still kind of have them there as emotional support. You will not. No.
Come on, somebody.
You will not. You will be blocked. You will call my number, and
Jamilla had me blocked, y'all. If y'all seen the story about how we broke up, which we'll link here, yeah, I got the Verizon block. It wasn't like a voicemail. It was like the Verizon customer you're contacting is not wishing to hear calls from you.
You cannot reach me.
So for me, I've never been able to do that to anyone. For me, it's just best for me to see you calling, because it gives me some kind of feeling of like, you do miss me too, and then I got the balls to block you.
See, for me, every time my phone rings, I'm wishing it's you. And then when it's not you, like, I feel all of my emotions. So when I'm going through a breakup, I feel it in my stomach, I feel it in my throat. And then every time the phone rings, I'm wishing it's you to say, you know, you're going to do right this time. And it's not, and I'm upset. And then if you don't call, I'm upset. So either way, this whole thing is I'm upset. So I'd rather just block you and take the guesswork out of it.
So I guess if you are a person that can block people, I guess a important part, start the blocking, get rid of pictures in your phone that you guys have. I say get rid of them off your social media if they're on there. Just start the process of cleansing. Get everything that reminds you of that person, any sentimental things that you have around your house, put it in a box or throw it in the trash.
And another reason why I think it's good to distance yourself, because a lot of you are being emotionally taken advantage or emotionally manipulated, and you don't know, because maybe this person has always done that and they need you because they're going through stuff, but they can't be in a relationship right now because they're going through stuff. No, they want access to you to make them feel better, and that's not fair.
Right.
And you should always be in a situation where you are respected. Are you always going to agree on things? No. Everyone's come from different backgrounds. Everyone has different baggage, different childhood trauma. But there should always be a respect and a middle ground in every argument and every situation. And if you are constantly being made to feel guilty about some of the decisions that you're making in your life, that's not fair.
At all. So I think the last thing that's important or that we should discuss is when you're in a relationship and you guys share mutual friends, like, that's tough. So,
that's so tough.
Because it's always the scenario, you break up with somebody, then that mutual friend has a birthday dinner.
Yeah.
Are you both going to the birthday dinner, or am I going or they're not going? Like, how would you prefer, like, the situation? Let's use, for example, B is having a birthday dinner. She invites me and she invites you. Are you going because I'm going, or to support, or are you just going to support your friend regardless of who is there, or you're not going?
So pause. This reminds me of Insecure. Does anyone watch Insecure? And then at the end of one of the seasons, one of their mutual friends had a
birthday dinner. It always is a dinner.
They were a married couple, and so the guy was friends with Lawrence, and then the girl is friends with Issa. So then they both come.
Right.
But some of my friends I brought into our relationship, so they are my friend first. So no matter good or bad, if it's my fault or not my fault, they're taking my side. So God forbid we all dip it out. It is the same thing with Sequina. It's certain friends that she's brought into the relationship.
So we never had mutual friends coming into this.
Sequina obviously
we've developed though.
Yeah, totally. And Sequina, honestly, I can think of one of her friends in particular who every situation we've ever had, she's honestly been a middle ground person. She never just takes Sequina's side, or she never just takes my side. She can give really, really good advice. But you gotta know, my biggest thing is the friends that you met together, especially like married or coupled friends.
And for me, I think that it's important for you to decide, because at the end of the day, it's really not about you and that person. Do you go to support your friend because your friend supports you? Or are you expecting your friend to play that role of like, hey, I understand if you can't come because such and such is coming there. But at the end of the day, we kind of all are adults. And this person was once a person in your life, but we all should be able to act accordingly. I think it's okay to show up to a dinner. I can understand how I can get a little uncomfortable if it's maybe like a game night at the house or something, because then you have opportunity to slip up and talk to each other and get in your feelings. I mean, I don't know. I think for me, I would still go.
I'm showing up fine and unbothered. Like, I'm showing up like face beat, hair done, new outfit, and I'm unbothered. Who are you?
So look, so you got two ways. So you can either show up or also just put your feelings to the side and not be so selfish and just support your friend and just make that's the main goal. It's not what you have going on outside of that.
I'll be unbothered. You'll see. Hi. Who are you?
So I hope this helps you guys out. I mean, I think we discussed some good things to have some good dialogue down in the comments. So, I mean, I guess for me, what I want to know from you guys, what type of person are you when you break up? Are you the can't eat, can't sleep type of person? Or are you the eat and constantly go out and do your thing and just act like nothing happened?
Let us know down below.
Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you share this video with your mama, your friend, your
Everybody.
cousin. Just have your little baby press play and play and play. Get some views on it too. All right. All right.